Welcome back to my writing room, everyone. I am Matt Wallace, and thank you for taking a few minutes of your precious time to come hang out with me here in my lonely little writer inner sanctum. Me not being naked on the vlog today is brought to you by our t-shirt of the day, which is Super Mario Brothers, coming September 1985 for the Nintendo Entertainment System. So mark your calendars. Yeah. So you made it. You made it to the end of the week. Congratulations. That's another short-term victory. Won in the battle against this thing we call life. Got a little Prince. I can't do Prince. I can't pull that off. But no, congratulations. This marks one full week of me doing this vlog. I did it every day this week. You have no idea what a massive accomplishment that is for someone with my kind of attention span. So congratulations to me too. Fuck it. I'll Barry Horowitz it. I'll pat myself on the back. That's a pro wrestling reference. 90s pro wrestling reference. So yeah, I'm ending the week strong. I posted my first unboxing video this morning. I unboxed the Nick box, little piece of my childhood. If you were a kid when I was a kid, you should geek the fuck out. It was actually it was funny. Nikki, my wife, got end of the first week. Got to work that in there. My wife did not know that I was doing a Nick box, but she didn't know I got the Nick box. She knew I was going to do Wrestle Crate unboxings, which I'm going to start next week on my other YouTube channel, the Riot Tapes, which is like my pro wrestling scrapbook for my pro wrestling days. I'm going to start doing a bunch of other kind of content on there. But she didn't know I was getting the Nick box. When I told her yesterday, I was talking to her on the phone, and she got that like groan on. It was just like, God, you got that box? Why did you get that box? And it's because it's totally not her thing. She was not a Nick kid. She hates like tchotchke. She hates memorabilia. She doesn't even, I mean, she has to be really sentimental about something, like deeply, to even keep it for more than like a week. And then she's just not into it. But the funny thing about it was, I'd gone on Twitter and I'd asked all of you, what are some like more obscure, independent, non-Loot Crate boxes that you're into? And everybody gave me suggestions. And I got a lot of suggestions for obviously makeup boxes because a lot of my followers are women or other people who wear makeup, and they're into that. I am not into makeup, but Nikki, my wife, is obsessed with makeup. She loves it. She's very good at it. She loves to do vintage looks and all kinds of stuff. So I told her, let's get some makeup unboxes and we'll do it on my channel for everybody who likes makeup. And she thought that was a fantastic idea. So I started telling her about all of these boxes that people were recommending, like Ipsy and BoxyCharm. And this was yesterday. This was the day before yesterday. So I told her about all these boxes and she was looking at them. So then the next day, I'm having this conversation with her where she gives me all this shit for having gotten the Nick box to do the unboxing. And then at the next breath, she's like, oh my God, I looked at the BoxyCharm box and it is so amazing. We have to get the BoxyCharm box so we can do it. And she doesn't even realize, I'm trying to tell her, so like, it just all depends on what you're into. And she did not get that. So she's damning this subscription box in one breath, and then it's all about, I'm so excited to get BoxyCharm in the other. Because it's just about what you're into, folks. You know, and it's not a man-woman thing either. That sounded very gendered just then. It's not. It's just about what you're into. She's into makeup. I don't wear makeup, but I am into crap that reminds me of the things I love from my childhood that I can put on my desk and look at it and remember all the good times. So that's what I did. But yeah, so we will be doing those unboxing videos. But please go watch my Nick box unboxing. That is my first one. And please leave me feedback, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. But yeah, so end of the first week. I want to finish strong here. I want to finish with a question. End of the week question. That question is, why? When people have disastrously, provably, empirically, objectively wrong opinions and takes, why do we respond with long, drawn-out, rational discourse instead of treating these people like they are literally shitting from their mouths, which is what we should do? That's the question. And I'll answer it for you. It's very simple. It's because there's so fucking many of them. That's the catch-22. That's the unspoken rule. If you are an ignorant asshole with ignorant asshole opinions, if you can line up enough ignorant assholes behind you, then there's this unspoken rule that suddenly we have to take you seriously, no matter how ridiculous what you say is. And this week's flavor of that came in the form of the take that if you're gonna put diverse characters in books and fiction, which basically means if you're gonna put non-white people, non-straight, able-bodied white people, usually men, is what that absolutely implies. If you're gonna put people who aren't that in fiction, there has to be a reason for it. There's got to be a reason that they're in there. Otherwise, it's like a political agenda, and you're doing your SJW and where the fuck the ridiculous lingo is for it. There has to be a reason for it, and it's just. And I just feel so bad for authors of color and readers of color and people of color who have to write these long threads on Twitter and these long opinions that are basically explaining why they should just get to exist. That's really what that comes down to. That's what you're forcing these people to do with that kind of take. You're forcing them to defend their existence. You asshole. Why would you do that? And here's what kills me about that take, other than what I just said, which is watching authors and readers of color have to defend their existence of these people, is that's not what you're talking about. Let's just get the shit out in the open. If you say, I would respect you so much more if you just said what you really meant, what you were really feeling. The thing is, I don't even know if you understand what you're really feeling. That's how deep this hardwiring goes, okay? You're not saying if you're going to have diverse characters, there needs to be a reason for it. What you're saying is, diverse characters make me really uncomfortable. I am used to white, able-bodied, straight men, and I don't want that to change. And when you change that, it makes me uncomfortable, and I don't want it. That's what you're fucking saying. That's what you want. And I know you'll offer a million rationalizations and reasons and explanations of why that's not what you're talking about, but it fucking is what you're talking about. The truth, the empirical, no bullshit, no frills truth, is that you live in a deeply racist country that for many decades upon decades upon decades forbade non-straight, white, able-bodied dudes from starring or centering in any of our popular media. It was part of our system to do that. And we've only recently begun to let things trickle through that system that aren't that. You've been watching it and reading it your whole fucking lives. You got used to it. And now anything that isn't that makes you really uncomfortable. It stands out to you. It sticks out like a sore thumb. And you don't even fucking realize it. That's what's in so many of these cases. You don't even realize that's the problem you're having with it, is that it's different. Is that it was the same thing forever, all your lives, and then it became different. So to you, it looks like this shocking thing that they're shoehorning in to fuck with you in some way. That's what you're really saying. You're saying, I don't want non-white, straight, able-bodied dudes starring in my media. That's what you want. You don't want that, and that's what you're really saying. And if you would just come at it from that angle, then we could at least have an honest exchange about it. We could really talk about what it is we're talking about. But instead, it filters into these subconscious fucked up id takes in the form of if you're gonna have a diverse character, there should be a reason for it, which is just so fundamentally, no one should have to explain to you why that is a ridiculously ignorant, shitty thing to say. No one, let alone people of color, authors of color, readers of color, having to defend their existence to you because of it. You are literally, it's like you are literally involuntarily shitting from your mouths at their feet. And if that's what you were actually doing, we would treat you like you were literally and voluntarily shitting at our feet. But because you get enough people to repeat this stupid hot take, we have to take it seriously. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of holding your hands. And so are people of color. They're sick of being your fucking teachers. It's not their job, man. It's not what they're here to do. They just want to write stories and create media like the rest of us. And they're not getting that opportunity because of dumb shit like diverse characters. If you're going to have them, there better be a reason. I just, it just burns. The stupid burns. And there's so much of it in the world. So yeah, that is the question I wanted to end the week on, and it honestly wasn't about the question, it was about the answer. I just had to, it's infuriating. Because I sign on in the morning, and it's just nothing but threads of people responding to this take thoughtfully and patiently and passionately, and they should not have to be expending the energy to do that. They should not have to be expending the emotional and psychological currency to hold your racist fucking hardwired with shit hand. They shouldn't have to do it. So yeah, if you're someone who has that take, unfuck yourself. Seriously, you need to it's all screwed up in here, and you need to unfuck yourself. And that's what I'm going to leave you with. That's what I'm going to leave you with at the end of the first week of my daily vlog is unfuck yourself, people with shitty takes. I gotta stop touching my face so much when I do these vlogs. Nikki told me that. I didn't cough once during this vlog, though. I don't think. I'll watch it back. But those are the two things my wife said, is stop touching your face and you gotta stop coughing when you talk. Apparently, if I get... See, this channel is called Angry Writer. Apparently, the angrier I get, the more composed I am and the less I do my tics. But, yeah. So anyway, thank you so much, everyone who supported the first week of this new project I'm doing, this new vlog. I hope you'll go check out the other content that I'm getting into, like the unboxing videos and stuff. I hope you'll subscribe to the Riot Tapes, my other channel. Right now, it's just old matches and clips of my pro wrestling days, which I think, if you know me, it's interesting in and of itself. But if you don't know me, then why would you give a fuck? But right now, it's just that. Next week, it's going to start being new content. I'm going to do unboxing videos of a bunch of different wrestling-themed subscription boxes. I'm going to start doing old road stories. I'm going to start doing wrestling-related commentaries on the industry and other things. Just whatever I can think of that I think would be interesting and that I feel passionate about. So if you're into wrestling, please go do that. If you're not into wrestling, that's totally fine. That's why I'm keeping them separate. That's why I'm keeping the channel separate. So yeah, thank you very much, everybody. I hope you continue to watch. I will be back on Monday, and we'll see if I can. Sustain. We'll see if I can do another full week of these. But I'm actually really enjoying them, way more than I thought I would. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, and I will see you on Monday. All right, have a good weekend. You deserve it.